Hi class, I'm Joanna. I'm going to show you guys how to Boondoddle a breast cancer ribbon. Sure you guys seen them before. This is a Boondoddle. I learned how to Boondoddle in camp. I don't know if you guys did too. For this project, you're going to need scissors and some craft lace or plastic string, whatever you want to call it. I didn't have any craft lace or plastic string, so I went to Walmart and I picked up this here. It says craft lace right on it. It was an easy find at the craft section. Has a whole bunch of colors. You're only going to need two. For this one, I picked orange and yellow. I feel like the vivid colors has been really helped me show you guys what I'm doing. You can pick any two colors you guys want to use. You do want to cut it arm's length. You're going to end up cutting some off at the end, but that's okay. You're going to need the extra string to knot it at the end, and you'll know what I'm talking about when we get there. I cheated. Mine aren't arm's length, but that's because I'm going to just show you the major steps of the Boondoddle, how to Boondoddle the ribbon. Because if I were to sit here and actually Boondoddle the whole ribbon, it would probably take me at least 45 minutes to an hour. I'm not that good. I cannot Boondoddle fast. So I'm just going to show you the important steps. Let me show you how to start it, how to get it going, how we are going to loop the tails as to make the ribbon, and I'm going to show you how to knot it and put the keychain through. Okay, so I'm going to turn around the camera. You guys are only going to see my hands and the string so that I can efficiently show you guys how to Boondoddle. It's kind of hard if I were to do it this way because I feel that the reflection would be kind of hard. So just give me a few seconds to turn over the camera. We can get started. Okay, so by now you would want to cut your string. Doesn't matter which one you use, they're both going to be used the same amount. I'm going to use the yellow one. I'm going to put the orange aside, and you are going to want to loop the string around your finger like this, and you're going to want them to be even at the bottom. Somewhat even at the bottom. This is somewhat. That's good enough. Once you have that, you're going to want to hold the string with your middle finger and your thumb. And you're going to want to grab your other string, and you're going to want to thread it under both of the loops that you made around your finger. And this way you're going to want it to be at the center. This is somewhat even, so it's somewhat at the center of the string. Alright, so you should have something like this now. Okay. So we're only going to use the section of the string that is around the finger. Notice how we have a top area and a bottom area. You're going to want to grab the left side of the string, and you're going to want to go over the first loop that you made around your finger and under the second. Okay. So now you have something that looks like this. You're going to want to grab the right side of the string, go over the first loop and under the second. Now you have something that looks like this. The next step is you want to take it off your finger. You want to do that by carefully and gently lifting it and loosening it off your finger. You want to tug and pull the string. Okay, all at the same time. Once you do that, you should have something like this. It looks like a square. To make it ultra tight, I place my thumb under the stitch and I pull all the strings. just because you don't want a loose stitch. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your bottom string. Mine happens to be orange. I'm going to bring it to the top. I'm going to bring the top string over to the bottom. And I'm going to make 2 loops. Just like this. I am going to grab the left side of the string. And I'm going to go over under, as we had previously did. And then I'm going to grab the other string and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go over under. And then I'm going to tighten the stitch. And then you're going to do the same thing. Bring the top string to the bottom string to the top. Grab the left. Go over under. Grab the right string. Go over under. And then tighten your stitch. From under, and then pulling all the strings. Top to the bottom to the top, top to the bottom. Over under. Over under. You're making sure that your strings are not twisting. If they do, you can just go ahead and untwist them. And then now you have another stitch here. And if you were to keep going, you would end up with something like this. This is midway, not even midway, actually it's part of the beginning still. Looks something like this. Okay, you want to keep doing it till you reach about this length here. You can tell you still have a little bit more to go. This right here is, it's about a post-it and a half. Okay. Alright, so now we are to where we're going to make the tails of the ribbon. And how you're going to do that is you're going to separate your strings. You're going to place your finger on the stitch. Make sure that the last stitch is already tightened. Place your finger on top of the stitch and just do the same thing. Bring the bottom string to the top, bring the top string to the bottom, making your 2 loops. Go over, under, go over, under. Okay, and then don't tighten your stitch, but get it to where it's a little bit smaller. Okay, and you want to then fold the ribbon over. You want 2 colors on each side. You want to stick it right down the middle. You want to hold the ribbon there, and you want to tighten up your stitch. You want to do this by grabbing your strings and tightening up the stitch. Alright. So we've tightened up our stitch, and I want my tail just around about this long. So I tighten my stitch around the desired length. And then from here, you just start stitching all over again. I'm going to make my loops with the black string because I'm holding the ribbon on the black side. So that makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to go over, under. Over, under. I'm going to tighten up the stitch. Okay, so you're just gonna want to keep up with your stitches. Make sure that the stitches are laying right on the ribbon, and if it starts to turn a little, just fix it. Just turn it so that the stitches are not turning diagonally, but are laying straight with the ribbon. And you're going to keep wanting to do loops about 3/4 of the tail. And yeah, 3/4. So you just want to keep stitching. And like I said, it's going to turn diagonal, and you can just keep turning it as you're doing each stitch. You could just keep turning it and twisting it so that it doesn't sit diagonally. Okay. So like I said, you want to make it about 3 or 2/3 about the tail length of this length right here, because 1/3 of it is going to be the knot. Once you reach there, make sure that the last stitch you make is tighten. I'm going back to the yellow and the orange so I can show you how to finish the ribbon. You're going to want to do one last stitch. You're going to go over, under, and just as you did your last stitch on the ribbon, you didn't tighten it. You're not going to tighten this one either. You can look at this one here, and you can see the space right here underneath the ribbon, and you can also see the center right here. Okay. To make the knot, you're going to grab the string on the right side, which happens to be my orange string, and I'm going to bring it to the other orange loop, over and then out, under and then out the middle. You're going to rotate it. You have the yellow string now to the right of you. You're going to want to bring it to the other side of the yellow loop and bring it out the middle. Pull it all the way out. Now you have the other orange string. You want to bring it to the orange loop and out the middle. And then you have one final yellow string. Bring it to the other yellow loop. And out the middle. Now you have all your strings in there. And you're going to want to tighten the knot, bring it down to the stitch by pulling each of the strings one at a time. You're just going to keep pulling until you reach the bottom of the stitch. Then you want to make sure that it's nicely there by pulling the stitch and pulling the strings at the same time. And then you've just made your knot. That's how you end your ribbon, as I did here. You're going to then want to cut off the string closest to the project. And then the last part is to add the keychain on your final project, and you're going to add the keychain where you started your ribbon. If you look at your ribbon, you can see how one string is out above all the other ones. It's that stitch that you're going to use to stick in your keychain. I used one of these keychains. You can use the circle ones, and then just, you know how these work, unclip it, stick it in, and then you have your breast cancer ribbon keychain, and then just put it on your keys. as well. And all done. Thank you.